right? Well, you have a wife?
Yes,
You got a wife, right?
Yeah, I'm going to divorce.
I'm not surprised, right?
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
Thank you.
You say stuff and don't follow through.
You see that look? He heard it before. He's heard it before.
Eddie, don't walk away, Eddie. Don't walk away. He's talking to you, Eddie.
Let's go. You peace out, guys.
So y'all gave me something today. I have to work on me. I have to work on me. But I'm not lost anymore.
We came from roaches on the floor, a notice on the door, baking soda in the jar, but now we focus on the law. It's like soap up in a cloth, the way it's soaking and it washed. It's something like good dope, cause it's potent and it's raw.
I used to post up out the store, work stashed behind the door. Everything I had was pure, so fiends was coming back for more. The Most High opened my eyes, and then I seen that I was flawed. Now I'm addicted to these laws because they potent and they raw. I was in and out of jail, cause in the streets, yeah, I was lost. Trying to be like all the hustlers, they don't tell you what's a cause.
Shalom, 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 family. First and foremost, I have to give all praises, all glory, and all honor unto the Most High God, Yahweh. Of course, I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It's your brother Ariella of Sicarii, and I am excited to present to you, the nation of Israel, the official Hebrew Israelite Bible. Now, this has been the culmination of 4 long years of hard work, and it is available for purchase at HIBofficialzion.com. Get yours today.
That's what they do, man. What's up with you, Andy Warhol?
No, I'm sorry, man. I'm just checking it out.
You just checking us out, man?
Yeah, I was just stopping by and
You just stopping by, right? What's your
I was just going to fucking with you.
what's your theological background?
I'm Roman Catholic.
You Roman Catholic?
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Yeah. I had to,
Why are you a Roman Catholic? You did the sacraments?
I did it all.
You did the sacraments, right?
Yeah,
You did it all with the pastors too? The fathers?
No, I didn't.
You didn't do that? Yeah. Have you heard about that?
Yes, I have.
And you still continue to go there?
Correct.
Damn.
It's 2,000 years old, man.
It's 2,000 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, but I don't see what difference that makes, right? So I'm going to show you. The traditions, right? You know, the same thing Christ said we're not supposed to be in.
He was just a year old.
Traditions. Get Matthew chapter 7. Mark chapter 7. Let me show you something.
I apologize.
No, it's fine. You're here. You say you're a
I just wanted
Catholic.
to see what's going on.
I know. Now you're part of what's going on. Let me show you something. This is the learning. This is a teaching. So give me that.
So you know that was written like after
What was written?
the New Testament,
After what?
the Old Testament.
Okay. What does that mean?
And then there's a different version, which is the Protestant version.
That's not a different version. The Protestants just took out Bible
They took out
books.
words, they took out chapters.
Yeah, and we have those right there. It's called the Apocrypha. But that's beside the point.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 6. He answered and said unto them, well hath Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, this people honoreth me with their lips,
Roman Catholic Church.
but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
And that's what happens in the Roman Catholic Church, the commandments of men.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's the sacraments, right? Go ahead.
It's a lot.
There's more.
For laying aside the commandments of God.
Yeah, because y'all teach that you have to keep the laws of God.
Absolutely.
Y'all teach you have to keep the laws of God.
Absolutely.
Where your fringes at?
What?
Where your fringes at? That's a law. Fringes. That's Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. That's a law.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Fringe, like, do you see these things, these little tassels at the end of people's shirt? That's a law of God. Does your church teach that y'all have to keep those?
No.
Right. So that's against that. Can you eat pork?
Technically, yes.
Why? That's a commandment of God.
Because it's what? It's a filthy animal?
Because he said we're not supposed to. You see? You see what I mean? You see how the Catholic Church goes?
But then, like, but Catholics don't say, like, you can't, like, eat pork.
Yeah, I know.
That's a Jewish thing. That's not.
No, that's a commandment of God. Because you have to think about this. The God you see in what you're going to call the Old Testament, right? He's always been Eurocentric. It's not Eurocentric. Ethnocentric. That's the word I'm thinking about. Like it's about a race, right? Like how you said Jewish, but instead of Jewish, it's Israel, right? It's about Israelites.
In the South, it's
and
Ethiopia.
I mean that's fine. But like how you have Christ, what nationality is he? He's an Israelite, right? So even dealing with him, you have to now step into being an Israelite if you want to deal with the God of the Israelites. Right. So if you want to deal with the God of the Israelites, you have to be held to the same standard an Israelite is. Israelite is held by the standards of the law, correct? So if you want to deal with this God, you can't just now subvert that. You can't just say, "Oh, I believe in this," but I'm not dealing with the Jews.
You can like have one thing and just pick and choose like a fucking menu. It's not how this works.
I know. That's what the Roman Catholic does.
No, it's very specific. But
yeah, very specific and picking and choosing, right? Let me show you something.
Anyway,
let me show you something. Do you know about?
I didn't mean to like get in the middle.
I mean, now you are here though, but you're here though now, right? So now I have to talk to you, right? So how did black people get to America?
Through slave ships.
Slave ships, right?
Correct.
Now, how do you think God feels?
Probably pretty shitty.
Towards those people?
Towards everybody involved.
Everybody involved, right?
Yeah.
So
the people that traded them were African American. They like put them on the ship.
How did the people, wait, hold, let's run it back. How did the people who traded them, if we're going off the assumption that they're black people, if we're going off that assumption.
Okay, well,
right?
All right. Well, maybe I'm wrong. But like,
yeah, go ahead.
People didn't just go over there and like scoop up a bunch of.
That is what happened.
Okay. There was no brokers or anything involved with that.
I didn't say there wasn't. What I'm saying is, as a majority, y'all came over there and just scooped them up and just came over.
Okay.
It's called the triangle. Y'all, even in y'all's books, the triangle slave trade.
I don't want to like get into this white flag thing, man. I was just checking this out, dude.
Wait, but we have to deal with that every single day.
I get it, dude.
You don't get it. How can you get it when you get
I will never be black, man. I apologize. I will never be black. I was just.
Okay, Andy.
I'm sorry, man.
Okay,
I just wanted to.
Sorry, right? Take your wallet out. Give me some money. Give me some reparations right now. The man is laying on that. I'm short on my rent. You can help me out. I'm really sorry, man. I know you got money.
And we pay this in perpetuity?
No, we can't pay this in perpetuity. It's right now, man. It's a right now investment.
How much you need?
I don't know. Whatever you can donate. I got kids, man. I got to pay my
I got 3.
I know that. And your kids don't have to worry about white supremacy. I know your kids are gonna worry about, but my kids gotta worry about white supremacy. So can you?
So how much does that cost?
I mean, really a lot. But I mean, what you can do? Just pop your pockets, man. Show me that you're sorry.
I'm sorry, man. Like, okay, what do you want me to do? To be honest, all I was doing, man, I was just checking out what's going on.
I know.
I apologize.
I know. You don't apologize though, because you're not gonna pop his pocket, right? Well, you have a wife?
Yes,
sir. You got a wife, right?
Yeah, I'm going through a divorce, man. So
I'm not surprised, right? I'm not surprised.
Thank you.
You say stuff and don't follow through.
You see that look? He heard it before. He's heard it before.
Eddie, don't walk away, Eddie. Don't walk away. He's talking to you, Eddie.
He's got it.
You peace out, guys.
I know, man. And I know, right? And that child support, I mean, he's getting alcohol because of the child support. The child support's going to come, right? I know they're not really sorry because these people don't care. And that's why we shouldn't act like them. That's why we shouldn't act like them, right? But like I was saying, go back into this. Go back into this. That Matthew, not that. Matthew 16. I want that, but let's finish this out. Let's finish it out. Go back into this.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 8.
Yeah.
For laying aside the commandment of God.
And that's really all the churches. Anybody who follows Christianity and the tenets thereof, go back to the Roman Catholic Church. Where y'all heard the law is done away with? The Roman Catholic Church. There's been several councils about it, right? The deification of Christ, to make him the actual Father, right? Y'all heard it from them. Y'all had several councils from it. All these things, that's against the commandment of God. Y'all laid aside the commandments of God and taught us this. That's why when we get on the internet, we have blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who will come up against us. Because you brainwashed them. You brainwashed them with your doctrine and with this wine. Like you see that in Revelation chapter 18. Give me that real fast. About the wine that you've given our people. So now they're silly. And then I'm gonna get back on the Cat Williams thing. Because I got a lot to talk about with that. I'm sorry.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 2.
Yeah.
And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
What?
Babylon the Great is fallen.
Babylon the Great is fallen. That's America, right?
That's right.
It talks about that great city, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Nowhere on the planet fits that, except America.
They say it's the church. What's they called?
The Vatican.
They say it's the Vatican.
The Vatican.
Somebody told me that yesterday.
I just love when they say that because it's so easy to cut. It's so easy to cut it, right? But for people who actually know something, you know, the Hebrew Israelites, right? This is America. This is Babylon. Go ahead.
Babylon the Great is fallen.
Yeah.
It's fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils.
Yeah.
And the hold of every soul, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
What?
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
All nations have drinking of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. The white man's ideologies, belief system, his image is everywhere. If you want to exist as a nation, right? And if you fall into troubles, you have to ask the United Nations, right? If you want to get and receive money and aid from them, you have to now subject yourself to their will. You have to now accept very forms of their image and their belief systems to receive aid. That's how people drink of the wine of the wrath of their fornication.
Revelation 13 and in verse 11. And I beheld another beast.
Another beast. The first beast is Rome, which I mentioned earlier. Go ahead.
Coming out of the earth.
Yeah.
And he had two horns like a lamb.
He had two horns like a lamb. What?
And he spake as a dragon.
Spake as a dragon. Go ahead.
And he exercised all the power of the first beast.
He exercised all the power of the first beast. Rome was destroying everything. Rome was up here ruling with an iron fist, right? And it separated all of its power into 10 different kingdoms, right? Just like you see in Daniel chapter 2 about the iron mixed with the miry clay, and they're not going to be united. That's how we see with the NATO and the EU right now to this day, right? Its power is separated, and now out of 3 of those, right, being Britannia, France, and Spain, they make this little horn. This little horn is what? America. This is this other beast rising up, having the power of the first one. After America dropped them bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, they became the world power. That's what's happened. And now Americans' ideologies and belief systems is now everywhere. Everywhere.
Right.
Nobody has ruled the world and put their stamp or their image on everybody like the white man. That's never happened. Never happened. And we will be foolish as Bible believers, right? I see Christians say this all the time, right? America's not in the Bible. You're a moron, right? Let me just say it like that. You're a moron. America's not in the Bible. This other beast is America. Nobody has ruled this planet like this. So this is the only people this can fit, right? Go back into this. Did we finish this? Go ahead.
Yeah. Mark, this is the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 8. for laying aside the commandment of God. Ye hold the tradition of men.
What?
Ye hold the tradition of men.
That's why the Catholic Church and everybody, the derivatives thereof, Baptist Church, the Christian Church, Church of Christ, Pentecostals, who else am I missing? Who am I missing? It's just a few. All the Methodists, the Presbyterians, all of them, that's why they teach the doctrines they teach. That's why Christmas is everywhere. That's why Easter is everywhere. That's why are they celebrating Christmas in animes?
Right?
Why is Christmas in animes?
Bring it up.
That's not even their God.
Why is a nun in any anime?
Why is it, bro? I was watching Tokyo Revengers, and there's boxing in the damn church, in the Christian church on Christmas Day. What is this? I said, how do you even know about this? How do you even know about this? And who gave them that? Because when we look at the stained glass, who do we see? That. Right. We see that right there. We see Caesar Borgia. Y'all's doctrines, y'all's ideologies is traditions of men. And that's what I was trying to get to. Get to Andy Warhol over there going through a divorce, right? I know the Lord hates divorce. We know that's for the Israelites, right? Yeah. He like wants us to stay together. For them, they gonna get the curses. That's why Deuteronomy 30 says all these curses. After he's delivered us from wherever we are scattered on the earth, he's gonna put all the curses on the heathen.
That's right.
Right. Part of the curses is instabilities in the household. That's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54, and through maybe 56.
Right.
When it's branching off into the women.
Right.
That's instability in households. That's them going through divorces now. That's what they're gonna get. So yeah, all praise for that. He's okay with that. Go ahead.
As the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do.
Many other such things you do. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, full well, ye reject the commandment of God.
That's what happened before us. They reject the commandment of God, and they've taught us to reject the commandment of God. What's crazy is y'all think about the 5 points, right? What's the easiest one? What is the easiest one to prove when you first get into truth?
That we Israelite? Or Christ died for Israel?
No. Proving we gotta keep the law. That's the easiest thing to prove. Everybody right now should be able to name off at least 5. Right? Matthew 5:17, right?
Right.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. Revelation chapter 22 and 14. That's 3. Romans chapter 3, verse 31.
Right.
Romans chapter 2, verse 13. It's so many that you can just prove. Matthew chapter 19, verse 16. That ain't hard. Most of that is New. All of that is New Testament. That's the only book that y'all deal with. Right, that's the easiest thing to prove, but that's the main thing that they push on people. It's like, the main thing they push on people. Go ahead.
That ye may keep your own tradition.
That you may what?
That ye may keep your own tradition.
Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, every other holiday.
Bring it out.
God forbid y'all keep God's high holy days though, but you can celebrate everything else. Amazing, right? Go back into this Matthew. We're about to get back on this Cat Williams stuff. Whatever I told you. People started immediately hating Cat Williams for no reason whatsoever. And you know why that is? It's because his integrity. It's because the integrity he exemplified, because it exposed them. Read this.
God, the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Yeah.
For as much that as Christ has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise.
Do the same thing Christ did. Go ahead.
With the same mind.
Yeah.
For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin.
What?
Has ceased from sin.
Christ didn't do no sin, so you and your flesh need to cease from sin. Stop transgressing, like lying to one another, like defrauding another, extorting one another for your own personal gain. That's the textbook definition of defrauding. When you steal somebody's joke and take it as your joke and build a damn empire off of that comedy special, you're defrauding your neighbor literally. Go ahead.
God, verse 2, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of God.
But to the will of God, go ahead.
For the time past of our life was sufficed as to have brought, as to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
Time's up for all that, bro. It's 2024. People are making, they got a movie coming out now, I believe it's called Civil War, right?
Right after the world gets
surprisingly.
Right after leave the world behind. Now we get to the Civil War.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, Esau even know. Hey, man, hey, Crackers, right? Let me ask you a question, real fast. Y'all know America's on the way out, right? So what?
Yeah, it's going down.
He might not be.
Hold on, wait. He might not be one.
What are you talking about? I'm half white, half Mexican.
Which one's your dad?
My dad's white.
I'm white as fuck, bro. Hey, I'm a believer though.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Who did Christ say he came for? That's what he said? What's a sinner?
I was born a sinner.
I mean, but what is a sinner? What is sin?
That's a loaded question.
Bring it out! Let me show you something.
I got it.
Do you know? Do you know anything about the law?
I got it, kid.
Law?
Yeah, the Ten Commandments. Yeah. It was made with Moses. Like, he gave them to the Hebrews. Yeah.
The book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4.
Yeah.
Whosoever committed sin, transgresseth also the law.
Yeah.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So sin is a transgression. Right? That means you can't be this sinner that Christ is coming to save. So how can you say
What's your point? Like,
He died for the Israelites. So I mean, you can believe, just like you had the Canaanite woman who believed in Christ. That doesn't mean she can go to the temple in the kingdom of God. That doesn't mean she'll be saved. It doesn't matter. He only died for a specific people. That's what I'm saying.
you've given me a lot to think about. Thank you.
Right? But go back into this. Go to Matthew 4. Not Matthew, Peter's 4. Go ahead.
1 Peter 4 and verse 3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
Wrought the will of the Gentiles. What is that? Let's see what the wrought the will of the Gentiles is.
When we walked in lasciviousness,
that's unbridled lust and fornication and sexual acts. Go ahead.
Lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries.
That sounds like a Diddy party. That sounds like a Diddy party. That's what that sounds like. And when you go look at it, everything we just mentioned sounds like a Diddy party, literally. You go to those, you get put on. But when you get put on, I mean, you're gonna get turned out. I mean, I'm just saying, allegedly. I'm saying that allegedly, right? But we all know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Wherein they think it's strange that ye run not with him.
No, they thought Cat Williams was strange when he didn't want to. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sign up for this. I'm not going to sign up for that. I'm not going to sign up to put a dress on. I'm not going to sign up for a rape scene of a black man. I'm not going to do any of that. Bro, they're looking at him like he's crazy.
Oh, but you see Vin Rames did.
Yeah. Why, right? But they'll think he's strange for not taking that part. Oh, you going to turn down millions of dollars? Hey, Dave Chappelle did it. Look where you're in now. Go ahead.
Right. Wherein they think it's strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot.
To the same Diddy parties. Go ahead.
Speaking evil of you.
Doing what?
Speaking evil of you.
So when you become integral, people are going to look at you weird and now speak evil of you. That's why out of nowhere, people started talking about Cat Williams like that. That's when you start coming up with all these rumors. That's when all these things happen, when you start to become integral. That's why when you see in Sirach chapter 2, you gotta prepare yourself for temptation when you come to serve the Lord. Temptation don't just mean, oh, I gotta resist this. That's not what it means. Temptations is troubles. That's what temptations are. You even see that in James, where it talks about temptations. The blessed man who endures temptation. That's not just talking about, oh, I gotta resist pork. That's talking about people will lie on you. People will try to get you fired for being an Israelite. People, your family turning against you because you don't want to eat pork no more, right? Things like that, that's temptation. You gotta prepare yourself for that, because they're gonna look at you strange because you're not running with them with the same ex. Read that part again.
God. Verse 4, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot. Speaking evil of you.
Speaking evil of you. Lying on you, right? Give me Proverbs 1 to 10, right?
This book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 10.
Bring it up.
My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not.
Do what?
Consent thou not.
Consent thou not. When sinners entice you, don't consent to it. Don't do it. Then you have to do what? Prepare yourself for tribulation, because now here comes the lies. And now you become the black sheep of the family. Now it's going to be harder for you to do specific things. That's when you will see in Mark chapter 4 about how the word gets choked out of people, right? When the cares of this world come, right? What's the cares of this world? The admiration of your family, your job, things that happen to you, and you being in dissonance with the world. That's the cares of the world. When that starts happening to people, that's when people start folding, right? Because here's the thing. I'm gonna say this real plain, right? After watching movies like Leave the World Behind, seeing the trailer about Civil War, reading the prophecies, right? It's cool to be an Israelite right now. When it's cool, I mean, hell, we gotta go through a little bit of inflation. We gotta go through a little bit of people calling us names. But what happens? What happens when you're labeled as a terrorist? That's when people are gonna start tucking their fringes in, right? That's the cares of the world. It's not gonna be fun then. People think it's gonna we're just gonna go into this. No, it's gonna be like think about it like this. You read the Bible about the prophets when they got put to death, when people was lying on them, when people was making plots to kill them and do whatsoever with them. That's what's gonna happen to us. That's coming real soon. And ain't gonna be no chilling then. You see in like the Ezra and Nehemiah time, right? When we're building the temple again. While we were building our temple, we had to build with one hand and have a sword in the other. That's coming here. We're doing that, right? We're building a temple, right? We're the lively stones, right? 1 Corinthians 3 verse 16, we represent the temple of God, right? Aren't we building this right now or edifying our people right now? We about to see that happen again. Where you going to have a sword on you, bro? That's why Christ said what he said. If those people who don't have a sword, sell your garment and get you one, because we coming in that time. That's coming real soon. Right? It's cool right now, but it ain't about to be cool here in a little bit. Give me 1 John chapter 3 verse 8, right? Give me Exodus 23 and 2.
Exodus 23 and 2?
Yeah.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
So what?
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. When you see people transgressing, what's up? Wait, what's up with you, man? You just listening?
Yeah,
Hey, come on, let me talk to you real fast, bro.